This is not your station. This is not your signal. This is Skankovision coming to you live from the underground.
You are tuned in to Skankovision, coming to you from Numeriq Productions. Today we are going to take a look at the Numeriq Productions website and give you a tour. So head on over to numeriqproductions.com and you're going to land on our homepage. On our homepage, we've got a section of blogs, and these blogs cover everything from band news to new releases to Numeriq news. There's a wide variety of articles, whether they are opinion pieces, whether they are on the various bands or band members, music industry happenings, and we also have highlights from some of our podcasts. So you can take a look at the band news, the new releases, or the Numeriq news, or you can take a look at everything together and kind of scroll through and see what you like. At the bottom here, we have got general admission, and this is where you would sign up if you just want to get yourself on the list for newsletters. There's no commitment or anything of that sort. You just get on the mailing list, and we do a periodic newsletter. On the right side, you will see In the Spotlight. And what this is, these are some of our recently completed albums, but they have yet to be uploaded and published. So if you have a backstage pass or a VIP pass, you will get an early review of these albums about a month before they are actually released to the public. However, if you want to take a listen and see what type of music these bands are playing, we do offer a snippet of some of their music. And for instance, let's take a listen to Ash Monroe.
Streetlights hum like a warning sign, casting halos where the shadows dine. She's chasing gold in sleepless nights, wrapped in thrill and flashing lights. Streetlights lie, they flicker and fade, show you dreams and steal what you made. Heartbeat quickens, breath runs tight.
Then we could take a listen to Dirt Cathedral. These folks, as a group of 4 guys from Kentucky, they are a grunge, southern grunge style band.
Led away, but behind the seal, behind the glass, we saw the devil behind the mask. We saw the devil behind the mask in the house where truth was meant to last. He wore the face of calm and grace, but sold the soul of this sacred place. We saw the devil.
And then we have Rustwood Revival. Now this is a collaboration between Bo Ransom, J.T. Teague, and Cal Archer. Take a listen to these guys.
We were hollow boys, born to roam, catching crawdads, slanging at stones, pocket knives and borrowed time, skinned up knees and crooked grins shine. We were hollow boys, no bigger plan, just fireflies and barefooted land. Learned our prayers in fields of noise, amen. We were hollow boys.
All of these are great albums. So these will be going public in about a month. But again, like I said, if you've got a backstage or a VIP membership, you are able to listen to the entire album beforehand. The next tab we have is where our published bands are. So if you go to bands, you will see across the top you've got a carousel of their logos of the various bands, and it kind of gives you a feel for what these bands play, the style of music they play. And then underneath we have it broken up into genres. Now you're going to see this list expand as we release more and more music. But for instance, let's take ourselves take a look at one of these bands, and we will take a look at Pop Dance Rhythm Nation. So just click on the plus sign and you will see a quick description of the band along with their logo. And if it's something that you are interested in listening to, just simply click on the logo and it will bring you to their page. Each band has an individual page which highlights the band, their members, and other items. So the first thing you'll see is you're going to see a bio of Rhythm Nation, and it's going to tell you a little bit of how they met, when they met. So you kind of read a quick little snippet of it. If you want to read more, you just hit the read more button and it will give you the rest of the band history. Then we've got a section on where you can stream or find the streaming music. This is showing Spotify, but we do have this streaming on all the other streaming services, Pandora, Heart Radio. We have it on SoundCloud and some of the others. Several of these bands actually have merchandise. So if you're interested in a shirt, sweatshirt, or cups, stickers, you can order any type of merchandise right from this page. Then it goes into the band members themselves. So you can scroll down and find out who the singers and the players are. So for Rhythm Nation, you've got Maya. She's a vocalist. You have Cody. He's a guitarist, also a vocalist. You have Emma and Ava. These are the twins, and they are singers, and one of them plays the keyboard. You have Adrian. He is a bass guitarist and backup. And then you also have Bright Eyes Jaden. He is the drum player and also backup vocals. And this is where you can learn more about the band members, learn more about the bands, and you can kind of test out some of their music, see what you think. So let's try out We Be Dancing. So this will give you a clip of each one of the songs, and then you can hop on over to Spotify, or you can find the Numeriq page on SoundCloud and listen to the entire album. We will be updating this with the SoundCloud link, so here shortly you will have both links for Spotify and SoundCloud. Then we've got our podcast. So we've got two podcasts going on right now, Skankovision, which you are listening to, and Needle Drop Fallout, and this is with Breck Wilder. Now, Needle Drop Fallout, this is an opinion podcast. He takes a look at the latest scandals and happenings in the music and entertainment industry, and he does his 10-minute rant. So let's take a quick listen to his latest podcast.
Needle drop, no turning back. This fallout ain't afraid to crack. Old gods fall and empires choke. We light the fuse with every joke. No filters, no favors, no fake salvation. Just Breck with a mic and cultural detonation. Needle drop fallout.
Welcome back to Needle Drop Fallout, the podcast that doesn't care what your PR team thinks. I'm Breck Wilder, your host, your heckler, your last line of defense against cultural decay. Today we're taking a flamethrower to the 4 Flamin' Rex, a superhero reboot that forgot what heroism means, a rapper who turned a music festival into a hate rally, an AI train barreling towards your playlist, and a bonus scandal that proves the industry's moral compass is still spinning. Let's get into it. All right, let's get started. Hey, Hammy, segment 1. Superman Rewritten, or How to Kill an Icon with Kindness. This is a great podcast. It's fun to listen to. He's got a very good spin on the scandals and the happenings in the music and entertainment industry. Then we can head on over. If you end up getting yourself a membership for a backstage or VIP, the first level will be backstage. So let's take a look at the backstage and what you get. So again, the first thing you'll see are the pre-release albums. So you've got Ash Monroe and you got Dirt Cathedral. You also have one that'll be coming up here shortly. So you will be able to listen to the album in its entirety and stream it for as much as you want. So for instance, let's head on over here and listen to Ash's Neon Exhaust.
The city exhales, steam rises from the cracks, laughter echoes from lips that never smile. Somewhere a heart.
You also have the full Dirt Cathedral album.
They called it progress, we called it a lie. Fed us guilt with the silver spoon while they rewrote truth in a boardroom.
And there'll be one or two new ones popping up here the next day or so. So this is a great spot to get kind of a preview of not just a preview, but access to the latest and greatest bands and music from Numeriq Productions. Then you also have this, the blog recap. This is basically what we have on the front page, but this is where you can just hop on over. If you got a backstage pass, just come on over here and then you can click on the blog recap and you can take a look at what we have going on the front page. Then underneath that, this is where our Numeriq team's articles, where you can take a look and read all the articles they have. Now they will release some of these onto the blog page that everybody can read, but there's a large percentage of them that are available only to the backstage and VIP members. So let's introduce you to our team. So Mason Steele, he is a veteran entertainment reporter who has watched the industry evolve and in his view improve with the rise of AI-generated music, films, and performance. So Mason is very pro AI. If you want to read more, you just hit read more and read the rest of his bio. Then you got a collection of his articles from Mono to Neuronets. Let's take a look at this article. So you could take click the plus sign. It'll give you a preview of the article. If it's something you're interested in, just hit read more and you can have the full article to read. Very good articles. A lot of fun reading these. Our next team member is Elliot Graves. Now, Elliot Graves has spent decades covering the entertainment industry, watching its highs, its lows, and most recently, its near total surrender to artificial intelligence. Elliot is very old school and a bit anti-AI. So a lot of her articles are counterpoints to Mason Steele's articles. So it creates a really good balance on the pros and cons. Then we get into our band reporters. So you have Nikki Flash. She's a music reporter. She typically is in the pop scene. You have Riot Rose. She typically hits the punk and grunge scene. And then Echo Vega. She also hits the punk and grunge scene. And we've got a few more reporters who will be joining us soon, which I'm pretty excited about. So all of these reporters are providing all sorts of really cool articles, whether they are about the band members, new releases coming out, the pros of artificial intelligence, the cons of artificial intelligence, all sorts of interesting articles and a lot of different perspectives on the industry. Now, if you end up with going with the VIP membership, you get backstage, plus you also get the VIP page. Now, on the VIP page, one of the things we have is a Numeriq coffee house, which we will take a look at in a second. But we also have the non-published music. Now, this is music that will never be released. These are kind of the archives and the odds and ends of the various bands. There's some really cool music in this whole list. All sorts of neat things you can listen to. For instance, this one here is Zane Riptide. Now, Zane Riptide is from the band Dead Surf. It's kind of a post-punk band. It's a really excellent band. I suggest you take a listen to it from the band page. But this recording is when Zane did a live performance at Sam's Raw Bar at Acoustic Night. And he did his song, the band's song, No More. It's a very powerful song. So let's take a listen to his live performance on this. Hello everyone, and welcome to Acoustic Live Night at Sam's Raw Bar. We have a very special guest, Zane Riptide Mercer, from the wildly popular band Dead Surf, playing their hit No More. Everybody give a big round of applause to Zane.
Dark clouds rolling, thunder in my chest. Been locked in silence, drowning in regret. But tonight I light the fire, watch it burn. Turn the page, ain't no way I'll return. Felt the bruises in my bones, whispers in my ear.
So Zane has a fantastic voice, and like I said, this is a very deep song. It is a great lyrics with this song, and just a fantastic song from these guys. But we also have all sorts of others music. A lot of this will be, well, there'll be a lot more added as we continue to build our archives. Here's some beach music. It's kind of interesting music here. Take a listen real quick.
Cruising down the strip, neon lights aglow. The ocean breeze whispers where the cool kids go. Hot girls strutting in bikinis and shades. Weird tourists snapping pics, their spaced out gaze. Rad cars gleaming, engines roar. Chrome reflections on the sandy shore. Skate rats carving on the pavement's edge. Surfer dudes chucking shakas, living on the ledge. Bright lights, loud nights, oceanfront dreams. Motorcycles rumbling.
So that's a pretty cool song there. And let's take a listen to some lost tracks that were found in the archive.
In shadows cast by lamplights glow, a silhouette begins to show. The face behind.
You will find all sorts of little gems that are not available publicly, but you will be able to check them out on the VIP page. The other thing we've got going on the VIP page is Numeriq Coffee House. Now, this is a pretty cool feature right here. So if you head on into the Numeriq Coffee House, what you're going to find is you will find a bank of easy listening music. This is going to grow as we continue to add. And this is some really good background music. And the reason we have background music was, well, if you want to play it in the office or play it while you're studying, you just come over here and you click one of these tracks. So let's take a look at smooth jazz, for instance. So while we are playing some smooth jazz, we can head on over to the bookshelf. And the bookshelf is where we will find all sorts of cool short stories. So for instance, we've got murder mystery, we've got sci-fi, we have suspense, and again, we will be adding to this as we have more and more stories developed and released. So let's take a look at a murder mystery. Midnight Has a Body Count. Now this is actually taken from one of Ash Monroe's songs, which is titled Midnight Has a Body Count. And we have created a murder mystery based on her lyrics. So you can take a quick read on what the story is about, and if it's something you find interesting, hit read more, and you can read the entire short story. And this story, all the stories are roughly about a 15 to 20 minute read. And when you're done, you just click the button, everything goes back together, and you can do this as you're listening to some great background music. African guitar background music is a really fun one. You have Lofty. Got some good Asian vibes. You got some good acoustic background. So there's a variety of great background music to go along with a variety of fantastic short stories. This is one of my favorite pages on this site, and that is available with the VIP. So the VIP, like I said, gets the backstage and the VIP. So we could also take a quick look at our team, which I've already introduced you to, but this is where you can kind of read a bio and a background of each one of our team members. And as we add new team members, they will be added to our team member list. So this is Numeriq Productions in a nutshell. There is a lot to look at on this website. It is constantly being added to and updated. New bands are being developed. New albums are being released. You have new stories coming out, new podcasts, new articles. So there's so much going on this website. You're guaranteed to be entertained. So I hope you've enjoyed this little tour. I hope you take the time to dive in and read and listen to what's going on Numeriq Productions. And next time on Skankovision, we're going to take another look at another band and take a look at some of their music. And until then, y'all keep listening and enjoy the evening. Thank you.